it's really motivating when we get to ride, whether all of us are on the water or just a few of us. Everyone is cheering for each other on and off the water. I mean, even when we're on the beach, I think that all the girls really support each other with their kiteboarding endeavors and everything else that they're doing in life.
Definitely, you know, I get on the water and I just get excited to kite and to be around my friends. Ride together, slap some high fives, you know, feed off each other's energy. It's the best.
Super fun with the girls. I wish we had more of it, for sure. It's great because it's always fun and it's always feels more tangible. Like I'm able to identify with certain moves or grab or something, and I'll be like, if they can do it, I can do this.
The gorge is an interesting area of the country. It has one of the more unique wind regimes in the whole country. Most of the wind is sort of funneled up and down through the Columbia River Gorge. The main driver of this flow is the interaction with the inland temperatures and the sea temperatures. So there's always some difference. And the upper atmosphere will drive wind speeds east to west or west to east depending on the season. And we're able to capture that and harness that flow and turn it into energy with our wind farms that are operating out in the gorge today.
The wind farm was really incredible. It was something that I didn't think we were going to get to do, and when Jen said, okay, we're on, I was like, no way, no way. We're one of the few people in the entire gorge area that has gotten to do that.
Not really knowing what to expect going into it, we got an amazing tour of their facilities and got to learn a lot about wind energy and the business of wind. The more that I learn, the more that I really have respect for what they're doing.
Benefits of wind energy are that it's a clean, renewable resource. We're using the wind, the kinetic energy out of the wind to produce electricity. And it's created a lot of jobs. It's been really good for the rural areas. The landowners are making money, the local communities are making money, there's good tax revenue. When we take a look at these guys and we're looking, you know, way up here at, you know, 400 feet all the way to the top of that guy. Whoa. When that blade's straight up in the air. Can you imagine getting tools all the way up that tower, having to climb that tower every day? The really cool thing with wind technology is the efficiency improvements. So we're able to put wind turbines on land that typically you couldn't have done that in the past because the wind resource just wasn't quite high enough to support good production. So with the efficiency improvements, we can go to lower wind resource areas, put in wind turbines, and still make it work financially as well as power on the grid.
When we got there, I didn't think I would be nervous at all, and there's 4 platforms in between each 60 feet. And it doesn't look that high in between each platform when you're inside this tube. But when I was actually starting to climb up, I started getting really nervous, and you start looking down, you're like, oh man. And it was a whole ladder that you had to climb up, which is actually really difficult. And my arms were like shaking and getting tired.
Well, when we were climbing the turbine, we were wearing these carabiners that are seriously this big. And we had protocol of how we were needing to do every maneuver and how it was going to go. So we get to a platform and you literally have to click off. If somebody didn't click off, I immediately was over there making sure that everybody was just okay, making sure their safety was in place.
But when we finally made it out of the top, I mean, you're so high up there and you can just see the whole expanse of the gorge, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And it's just something that not very many people get to do. I absolutely loved it. We know coal is dirty and we know that it's not a renewable resource. So really it doesn't make any sense to me why we're not pursuing these clean energy more, because the consequences of continuing to use dirty energy is just so high, and we have these new tools at our fingertips, and to see that trying to be expanded more, I was really stoked on.
Yeah, you know, actually the usable wind range, I think, for kiteboarding and for generating electricity is pretty similar. I think they can spin their turbines at pretty high wind speeds, which is the same as kiteboarding, but a steady, consistent, easy to forecast wind, really ideal.
It's amazing how much better everyone gets in just 1 year, and being on the water with those girls, and we're trying all new stuff and working on much harder tricks. I'm just like, this is awesome. Just 1 year later and we're more confident, and when you get all the girls in the water and everyone's trying new stuff, it's just really positive. I was really stoked to get to session with everybody, even though it was only a few times. To get everybody on the water is pretty rad.